Hi, everyone. Today I'm with David Schmeling of Performa Color Press, and we are talking to him about uniform programs. He works with a lot of companies and organizations around the Ventura County area, providing uniforms and branded logo wear. And today he has some special guests that he has joining us to tell us a little more about what goes on behind the scenes and how to help your organization.
Hello, everyone. This is David Proforma. Hope you're having a great week. I am here with everyone on the screen to talk about uniforms. Today, we brought in some industry experts, Debbie and Rob from Sanmar. Many of your companies use their products already, and if you aren't, you really should. So, Andrew, if you want to start with the first question for Debbie and Rob, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you both so much for joining us today. Really, we've been talking a lot. I mean, not just Dave and I, but out in the world, there's a lot of talk about culture and creating that really good vibe at work and making people comfortable. And I know that's one of the big advantages to having a uniform is everyone kind of feels part of a team. Are there any other things that stand out or what either or both of you have seen in your work with organizations and companies in and around the area? What have been the big advantages when they shift to uniform programs?
Yeah, well, I mean, first off, thanks for having us. Debbie, I'm going to jump in here. So I think first things first, I mean, a great uniform really kind of makes a statement. You know, it helps the employees feel like they're a part of a team. It, helps your clients, your customers, anywhere that they are interacting with anyone else, understand who they are. And so let's call it kind of gives them a little bit of authority in a way, but it really kind of helps an organization tell all of those clients what to expect. And most importantly, you can actually use a uniform to kind of tell a story. So you're right on the money. Team spirit, professionalism, time savings. So all the employees, they know exactly what they're wearing every day. There's no question on, should I wear this or do I need to go to the store and buy something else? It doesn't become, it's called a fashion statement. But ultimately, I think it really comes down to, picking or selecting an item that that everyone really wants to wear. That's really the biggest key. A lot of the younger generation, which are jumping into the workforce nowadays, I mean, gosh, they are going to be 75% of the workforce in the next couple years, believe it or not. So it's a little crazy.
Mhm.
And, a big, I would say key to where they want to work is what do they get to wear each day? So making sure that you're picking an item or, letting them, have a little bit of a, be a part of the process to pick something that they really truly want to wear is definitely a key to any uniform program success. So yeah, right on the money. I think culture, team building, it's a win-win-win. The other cool part of wearing a uniform is depending upon what kind of job you're doing, now you're picking an item that really is designed for whatever their work job, is.
Right.
If you're let's say picking up boxes each and every day, do you want an item that is going to be, more durable, maybe snag resistant or snag proof? Another piece of the puzzle, if you're, maybe a restaurant, servers, they could, get food or beverages on their, uniform.
Right.
So what about stain resistance and, wrinkle resistance? There's so many other ways where you can look at it. How can I stay professional, but also provide an item that people are going to look good and feel good in?
Right. Absolutely. Did we miss anything there, Debbie? Anything you wanted to
No,
know?
I know that he said it perfectly. And, just from being a female point of view, it's really nice to have options now. Years ago in the workforce, you got a polo, and for me being, a little more on the petite side, I would have to choose, like, oh, okay, we have a large or an extra large. Which one do you want? And I'm like, I
Right.
guess I'll take the large and wear a belt. I don't know. So now it's really exciting as far as uniforming. There's so many choices and so many items that are fitted and as Rob said, have so many other features. So that ease of having something really nice to wear and then going from washer, dryer, hanger on me instead of having to iron stuff too is really great. So yeah, just having those options is really wonderful, and having something that you want to wear.
Absolutely.
Debbie, I'm glad you mentioned that because we have a free sampling program with Sanmar. We get deliveries practically every day from Sanmar. So we also order blank samples for many of our clients so they can make sure that they get what they want in the sizing that they want. We have on-site embroidery so we can do spec samples before the actual big production order is done. And we also have online ordering services as well for your own company store. So we make it real easy. I would take advantage of the free sample program as much as possible, just to make everyone happy.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you can try it out in person, the real item. It's not a reasonable facsimile on paper or on email. You can actually feel it and see it and touch it and try it on. So that's
Right.
amazing. Very cool.
One thing I learned early on is that when it comes to apparel, you have to get it in front of people, and you have to make sure that they're happy with it before the whole order gets done, because nothing's worse than getting an order done and nobody's happy with it. Nobody wants to wear it. It's a big waste.
Right.
So,
And that's something that the three of you definitely take the time to do. You make sure that the customer sees what they're getting before they order the entire shipment, so they can
right.
really customize them. So obviously knowing what you want and getting really clear on specifics is important, but what other considerations would the three of you say are the most important when considering uniform ordering, considering custom logo wear and branding? Are there, I know that there's stock issues. We won't go too deep into that, but there obviously are issues. But are there things people need to focus on to really get what they want? Best bang for their buck, best quality item.
Yeah, I mean, I think the more you know about who's wearing the item, the better the outcome is going to be. Shape, sizes, everyone is built a little bit differently. I think color has become very important. I mean, what we're seeing in the marketplace is people can kind of pick a key color, but yet be an individual. If everyone is still wearing the same color and it's a logoed item, they're still a part of a team. It's still a uniform. Not everyone necessarily has to wear the exact same item. And I think with the different generations that we're seeing in the workforce today, what I like is definitely not the same thing that maybe a 20-year-old is going to like. So as cool as I think I am, which I'm not.
Any of us that are parents, we feel you.
But from an inventory perspective, what I can tell you is things are getting much, much, much better. So things, we're seeing vast improvements. From Sanmar, we're a little bit different than most other apparel companies. We're family owned and operated, number one, but we're a manufacturer as well as a distributor. So we have a lot of items and brands like Port Authority and Sport Tech and, a whole bunch of brands that we actually manufacture ourselves. The inventory and all of those brands, we've seen, vast improvements. We've been able to order more and control the supply chain much, much better. Mm-hmm. What I would say is name brands, retail brands. For us, there's, kind of 4 big retail brands, Nike, North Face, Carhartt, and also TravisMathew. Those 4 big retail brands are still kind of struggling a little bit. So we're seeing improvements, but not in all styles. So, please reach out to Dave and, we can definitely help you navigate which items have better inventory right across the board. But yeah, you're probably going to see in some name brands a little bit of, we may have to shrink the line just a little bit to go deeper in inventory in the right items that Nike and North Face are able to manufacture in significant quantities. So, but yeah, I think all in all, things are getting much, much better. And name brands are super hot right now, so they
Mhm.
continue to grow and be really important in the marketplace.
But they're starting to catch up. That's the good news. We're getting there. We're getting a little momentum.
Yeah, certainly. And from the manufacturing side, I mean, we're making big investments to, support, Dave and Performa Color Press. We're doing everything we can to make a difference in the near term as well as make long-term investments. And I think it's fun and exciting, and it's great news. We're looking at other brands too, which is kind of fun. So you may see some other name brands coming, maybe in January. You may see some limited edition name brands, maybe. So some items for events, maybe not uniform programs, but if any of you are having an event, maybe it's something cool that, Dave and Andrea might be able to help you out with. But again, limited time offering in some of those. So just, again, the more you're able to communicate with Dave, I think the better the outcome is going to be for, achieving everything that you're looking for.
Right.
So,
Right.
Sounds
No,
good.
that's excellent. Thank you. So Dave, I don't know if you wanted to touch on, not to get into specific clients or customer issues, but maybe sort of a rose and thorn story, the best case scenario is someone that comes to you for uniforms and what that process looks like versus when it went horribly wrong and how to avoid that.
Well, I have a few of those where we come into a client that either has a current supplier that they're not happy with, or they're just using random companies whenever they have a need. What our ideal customer would be someone that wants a uniform program, that wants to order online, so we can create an online store for them and put a variety of items out there so they're not locked into one certain style and color, so that you can hit all demographics, male, female, older generation, younger generation, sports oriented, corporate oriented, and even bags, accessories, and other things that we can throw onto a site. That's really what I want to say is our best customer does those type of things. We're easily able to offer a free store that can put 25 items up there within a week and easily put a uniform program together just like that.
Right. And I'm guessing those are the clientele at the end of the day that get the best results from it all, because it's all there and ready to go, and it's a click and order, and
Right.
your staff can pick and choose right
Yeah.
there.
So many of the people that I deal with are doing many things, and they have to, besides their normal duties, order apparel for their employees, and a lot of them are too busy to do it, and they're looking for an outlet to help with that process. So the online store really does that for them, and gives them lots of flexibility and frees up their time so they're not constantly handling phone calls and emails about orders and when am I going to get this, when am I going to get that. A lot of our school customers have gone to this solution so that their parents and students aren't clogging their front office asking when they're going to get their uniforms.
Right. Exactly.
They come to us, so we take that burden off of them.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So overall, though, I guess we're gonna have a link to the store option and to the spec sample option, so people can take a look after they see this video and see how it works, right? And order a branded sample.
Yeah.
Anything else to add while we have you guys on the line today? Last thoughts.
I would just like to say thank you for your partnership. I mean, you guys have been fantastic to work with, and we want to support you guys in any way that we possibly can. And I just see a bright future, and I'm just grateful. So thank you.
Yes.
You got it. Thank you for your
very
support.
much.
And anyone who wants samples, feel free to email me. I will handle them personally. And we also can do stitch outs as well. So feel free to take advantage of our programs.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, today for the chat. And we hope to talk to all of you watching very soon to see how we can help out. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.